National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
It's award season. Well, technically, I'll explain.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy, Theo Dorsey. We are live here on Theoretically Speaking. It is a Thursday. It's a Thursday. It's a top 5 Thursday. I know some people at home are like, wait, Theo, usually you do top 5 Tuesdays. Can you change the day and still have as elite of a segment? And I will tell you, yes, I can. Yes, we will. Yes, we can. We're going to do it together. It is January 29th. It is a beautiful day to be with you. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. He is sporting some of his newly cemented Kaiser University gear. C-Katt got a gift bag, a prize pack, some goodies from the good people over there at Kaiser University. And, that is a beautiful, beautiful Kaiser beach towel.
Golf towel.
Golf towel. Well, it looks bigger than a golf towel. Looks smaller than a beach towel. So you're going to use it as a golf towel?
Yes.
Okay. If you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, you'll see Kaiser's new gear, and that's the best thing of them all. That is a nice sporty belt that you can wear with your khakis. And you know what I've realized?
Yeah.
I wonder if in places like Oxford, Mississippi, and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and what's another SEC school city? Athens, Georgia.
Columbus, South Carolina.
There you go. Columbia.
Dang.
It's all right. I wonder, though, in those places, in those areas, is there like a shortage on khaki shorts? There's got to be.
I see.
There's got to be. When I went to the Fiesta Bowl to check out Miami versus Ole Miss, and clearly I was, covering the game, but, a lot more. I was familiar with a lot more of the Miami fan base than I was the Ole Miss fan base. I was taken aback by how monotonous it felt the Ole Miss presence was, because every dude between the ages of 18 and 23 wore the same SEC SEC football fan outfit. And it was the khaki shorts, and it was a polo of some sorts. Not a lot of variety in those polos, and you're pulling it up on the YouTube page at ESPN South Florida. A lot of red, clearly for Ole Miss. And what struck me was, for a second, I thought I was back in Athens, Georgia, and that is because, C-Katt, I used to cover the Georgia Bulldogs when I was a TV sports anchor in South Georgia. And so I got used to guys that dress up like that yelling, "Go Dogs!" And then I realized, it wasn't until then that I realized, oh, wait a second. That's how they look in Tuscaloosa. That's apparently how they look in Oxford. This is just an SEC guy thing. So khaki shorts, I assume, would be either really easy to get in those towns, or you can never get your hands on them. And when they do hit the racks, they fly right off of them, because golly, it's like a dress code.
They also have this thing. It's conference pride when it comes to the Southeastern Conference, and specifically football, where they have a belt. The belt's got to cost $150, where it has the SEC logo.
That's crazy.
And then the logo of every team in the SEC.
That's crazy.
So at one point, as an Alabama Crimson Tide fan, you despise Auburn, LSU, and anyone else who steps in your way to win in the SEC. You almost regard the SEC championship game as bigger than the national championship game, depending on who you ask. But on the other hand, you're going to wear your rivals' colors because they are in the SEC. It's insane.
The self-glaze that goes on within that conference, it just means more, is always a little bit shocking to me. It's a little bit off-putting to me, especially because a lot of their dominance can be like just literally attributed, especially in the past 10 or 15 years, to like two schools. It's like two schools that are doing all of the work, holding the whole tradition up, and everybody is parading around as if those championships are also theirs, as if these are shared titles. They don't give you those. Y'all not giving those trophies out. Y'all are all taking pictures around it. No, that's Alabama and Georgia. So that's the one thing that is a little off-putting. And then they all dress the same too. So at least they have unity in the SEC. At least that's part of their whole gig.
I think it's also a frat thing. Fraternity culture is a massive part of these Southern schools.
Right.
And also uniformity is a big part of fraternity culture.
Why? Why do y'all want to look the same? I mean, I hope you look the same. Are y'all dating the same people? You eating the same food? You going to the same place? What is it about that? Were you a frat guy at Penn State?
No.
Not a frat guy, C-Katt.
No, I cannot stand Greek culture, Greek life.
Like you hate them.
That part, I don't hate them.
Look at these guys.
I don't hate many things in life, and that's not one of them either. But I don't like that culture whatsoever. It kind of skeeves me out, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to, get hazed and, be okay with that? It's kind of weird. Like, he did what to you?
It's for brotherhood.
Like, I watched Blue Mountain State, and that was a dramatized version of it, and that was a college football team, and I saw the things that Thad Castle was making Alex Moran do.
Yeah.
And that's based on a lot of truth, especially when it comes to the college experience for some people at some time. And certainly, it has softened since then because it can get too extreme and too bad, specifically on the campus of which that I went to undergrad at Penn State.
Yeah. You talking about what Micah Parsons was up to?
No.
Okay.
So I guess it was still escalated. But when I actually enrolled at Penn State, it was one of the semesters where someone actually passed away because of these really, really extreme hazing things. And you know what? And they put a pause on things.
That happens a lot at campuses. And I know if you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see me waving and saying what's up to people. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted, and I hate to do this to our radio audience too, but we have 1 million people in the office from Leadership West Palm who I can't speak to or say hey to, so I'm trying to wave and do my pleasantries here. But no, the hazing thing can be an issue, and I wonder if that is a part of the way in which they avoid the hazing. Then you just wear the uniform and we won't beat you. Is that part of it? Is that it?
No, I don't think so.
They just like wearing the uniform. Either way, you know what? That uniform is going to be part of the uniformed SEC guys is going to be part of the list that we're doing later on today. Like I said, we're doing a top 5 Thursday. I know it's not Tuesday. It's a top 5 Thursday. It's your first time listening. You probably think it's always a top 5 Thursday. Later on in the show, we'll be doing that, and it's going to be college football villains, and I would be hard-pressed to find many villains that are also going to top a team that is in our own very backyard. So we're gonna be getting to that as well very soon. I see your eyes keep peering up, C-Katt. You're watching Brooks Koepka right now?
That's not true.
Yeah,
Making sure we're up
I've
and
seen
over
it.
the airwaves.
It's
I'm
happened
making
3 or
sure
4 times.
we're on the, we're making sure everything's good and gravy here behind the scenes.
I know where your control center is, and it's not up there. It's not up there. You have a big screen TV above you, and I think that there's some Brooks Koepka golf going on.
You're deflecting. Mr. I got distracted 45 seconds ago is trying to find somebody else who may or may not be distracted due to the current work environment.
It's hard for me. You know me. I get distracted by people walking outside across from a Rosemary Avenue, let alone people in our office saying what's up. So that is tough on behalf of your boy. So I'll try to maintain my composure here. What I did want to start with is the fact that, C-Katt, we are gearing up for award season. It is award season here, not just in the NFL as we're getting ready to crown an MVP, a Rookie of the Year, and all of that at the NFL honors, but also it is award season for Good Karma Brands, our parent company in ESPN West Palm. It was this day 1 year ago we learned that, theoretically speaking, was nominated for Show of the Year. Come on, dog. Come on.
Uh-huh.
It's not that. It's only like 4 shows that get nominated for that. So that was an impeccable honor. It was our first time being nominated as a show, and the award show is called the Carmies. And it was our first year of existence. Now, we did have a bit of an inclination amongst ourselves, like, hey, they're throwing us a bone here for just having a solid enough first year, nothing to compare it to from last year. So they're like, hey, it was pretty good, better than we expected. Let's nominate them.
We were happy to be here, like Julian Saying was at the Heisman ceremony this year. Making the trip to New York, getting recognized as a possibility to win the award, that's the award itself. You don't have a chance to win it.
Yeah, and you know what? Julian Saying would not trade that experience for the world. You know what I'm saying? Especially based off what Miami did to him in those Ohio State Buckeyes in the playoffs. That was probably the high point of his college football season this year. As a freshman, bringing it to New York and sniffing the Heisman Trophy from a distance. That's what we did when it came to Show of the Year at the Carmies. In the NFL, there's a couple of candidates that are like the, theoretically speaking, of the Carmies from last year, that are like the Julian Sands of the Heisman from this year, and that are just going to be there for the thrill of it. Speaking of, like, look at AP Most Valuable Player. I know this guy did well. I know he means well, too. Trevor Lawrence ain't got no shot at that award.
Yeah, right.
He don't. He's in there, though. There's 5 candidates, and Trevor Lawrence is one of them. So he could technically today he's got a shot. He's available to win that award right now. Trevor Lawrence.
Christian McCaffrey could say the same thing, that he has no shot on actually winning the MVP.
Punt the brakes. So what I want to do, you're right. He's not winning. It's a quarterback award. But what I want to do today is I want to give, out of the finalists we have, of course, the NFL Honors is going to be Thursday, February 5th. So a week from today, ahead of the Super Bowl, the NFL Honors, I want to give my award winners from the NFL. And I'll take some critique. I'll take some reaction from you, C-Katt, but I also want to hear from the good people if we got this thing right. Can I get some award music? Do we have any award music?
We have award music. You just got to give me, let's see, 30 seconds from right now. Start the clock.
30 seconds start. That works. We're going to count down on you, and if you don't get it, then there's going to be some kind of penalty. Maybe we're going to sub Tina in as a producer since you can't get right. That's what maybe that would be a good penalty, but then that would hurt her as well because no Tina today. No Tina today. We learned. When I think about the NFL Honors, when I think about the awards that we get year over year, the number one thing that still, it doesn't haunt me, it doesn't hurt my opinion as a fan, but it still is something that cripples the whole debate around the awards, is we typically, and thank you for the award music, you made it in time. We typically award these things, and we'll do it like that this year, after we've watched a bunch of more pivotal games in the playoffs play out, and people are unable to detach themselves from what they saw in the regular season and what they just witnessed in the playoffs, and it'll feel icky every single year. It happens. I don't think we'll have that problem this year, though. I don't.
Really? You think everyone's going to play it above board?
I think that there's not a glaring issue this year with so we'll start with the MVP. The candidates for most valuable player in the NFL right now: Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills; Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars; Drake May, New England Patriots; AFC champion, New England Patriots; Christian McCaffrey, San Francisco 49ers; Matthew Stafford, Los Angeles Rams. Out of that bunch, it feels like everybody's dwindling it down to just 2 guys. It's Bay versus Stafford.
Yeah, that's the consensus of the leaders in the clubhouse, and I'll pull up Hard Rock Bet and see exactly what the odds are, but those are definitely the favorites.
So I know that Drake May has way less to work with in New England. This should be a walk-away win for Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is the MVP of the NFL this season. And I will admit, and I don't like to do this from time to time, but I will admit that part of my reasoning for this is a bit of a legacy play. It is a bit of it's not just what he did this year, but it's what he's meant to the NFL and the fact that a guy of that talent has not won one, and Drake May is in his first year of starting, and he'll have many opportunities to do so. The other side of that is Stafford's actual single-season stats this year. I mean, pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Despite, I get it. He has Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. Whoa, Sean McVay. It's such a great situation. Pretty incredible. 46 touchdowns from Matthew Stafford. Led the league in that department. 4,700 yards for Stafford. Led the league in that department. Only had 8 interceptions, and of course he got his Rams. He led them to as one of the best teams in all of the NFL. Fell just short of winning the NFC West title. Drake May, on the other hand, just over 30 touchdowns, played the single easiest schedule and I think it was ranked like the 4th easiest schedule in the past 2 decades. How easy of a slate they had, and he took good care of it. I mean, you have to credit the Patriots for what they've done and how they've gotten here, but you also have to use context when they're giving out this award. And Drake May had a very easy path to the numbers he put up. Stafford, on the other hand, balled out in the toughest division in the NFL and did so at the age of 37. He's going to win the MVP award.
Yeah, and I think that there's an element of career achievement MVP, Right, because Matt Stafford has really had a very impressive career as a whole when you consider where he began. And now we had to come back from the setback of being a Lion for half his career, where you almost thought, well, damn, we wasted Matt Stafford. That quarterback talent in Detroit, we wasted Matt Stafford. Where that Super Bowl that he had in 2020, it was like 2021. It was like, well, that's kind of the swan song. Happy he got one on his way out. Kind of vindicates and it establishes everything he did beforehand as impressive, even though the wins weren't there. He just kind of kept on doing it.
He's that guy. You know what? I think we're going to get this one right. We're going to keep track of who we are predicting and putting up. And what's the did you check the bet, the odds?
They took it off the board because, it's probably settled and not announced. So someone knows who the NFL MVP is already.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to bet on it if you have inside information.
Also, on every broadcast that the Rams played in throughout the playoffs, they kept calling him the presumptive MVP.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. Really?
Yeah, they did it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, guys, it still is kind of a debate. And there are a lot of people who have publicly said, people with MVP votes have publicly said they voted for Drake May, but they have been calling him the presumptive MVP. And I do think he deserves it. And I know the new flavor of the day in Drake May is going to, and also people look at his wide receiver core, and I don't think they respect it enough. Like Stephon Diggs, still really good at this thing we call football. Hunter Henry, still a really good receiving tight end and a weapon. And then also for Drake May, you got a couple of backs out of the backfield who are good in the pass game, and guys like Pop Douglas, guys like Keyshawn Boutte, who you saw the play he made. I believe, what was that? That was against the Texans, actually, against Derek Stingley.
Yeah.
That catch he made. That was the difference in that game. When it was impossible to score on that defense, it was that throw, but then also that catch that Booty made. I think that a lot of this has to do with the fact that anybody that voted May, it's similar to last year with Josh Allen, where they are now underestimating how talented his receiving core is. So I like Stafford in that one. Can we go Defensive Player of the Year, and I can make this quick?
Please.
Myles Garrett's winning Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think we can cut to the chase there.
Now, here's the question, though, that I do have around Myles Garrett. Are you one of those people who
Yes, that breaking the sack record when you have played and the league has more games than the guy who said it before you? Yes, that does not make him the sack single season record holder.
Can I give a point can I give the counterpoint to that?
Please.
Myles Garrett broke the sack record, 23 sacks in one season, and he did so playing on a team that was barely ever playing with the league. Like, It's harder. You know how hard it is to break the sack record when you are generally not lining up to rush the passer? You got to still play run defense like 50, 60% of the time.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe if we dive into those analytics on how many times Myles Garrett was on the field against a pass play, and we'll really get to a hardcore percentage there. Because I mean, it's
impossible. We're not football smart enough to actually have this intelligent debate.
I think the number exists, but you're right. In theory, it was more difficult for Myles Garrett because he had less opportunities to sack the quarterback than someone who's on a good team. Like Michael Strahan was on a good team. Yeah, not a great team, but a good team when he set the single season sack record.
He has now 8 straight years with double-digit sacks. He has now 5 straight years of 14 or more sacks. And 3 of these last 5 years, he's had 16 or more sacks. This dude is a monster. He's definitively the best defensive player in the league. And I think he is bordering on the claim of best player in the National Football League.
So like, you think he's going to, like Aaron Donald at one point, looked like he was that guy, even though he was on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah. It's weird to say. It feels illegal to say modern day Aaron Donald, but he is today's NFL's version of Aaron Donald. As in, like, he deserves that amount of respect for how good he is at his position and how much better he is at what he does than anybody else.
Right. I would have loved to see Myles Garrett in important games. That would have been nice. If he had more than 1 season, more than 2 seasons where he was in the playoffs, because he had the Baker year where they played the Chiefs and got eliminated, and then they had the Joe Flacco year where they lost to the Texans in the first round.
He's going to have to leave the Browns for that. And he had that opportunity and he signed an extension. So I don't feel for him that he's never going to play in meaningful games. He's going to probably end his career with less than 5 playoff starts.
He's going to end his career on a Week 18 game, and that'll be a storyline at the end of the year when you have 2 or 3 games that are to win and you're in the playoffs, and then there's going to be the so long Myles Garrett on Red Zone with Scott Hansen narrating the moment.
At least we'll know ahead of time. Like right now, we don't know if this was LeBron James's last game in Cleveland. We're going to know ahead of time when Myles Garrett's last game in Cleveland is going to be, because it's going to be whatever the last home game of whatever regular season that he's announcing his retirement in. Like, that's it. They're not making the playoffs. If they do, I have very little faith that they're the type of team that's going to be advancing in the playoffs. So if they do make the playoffs, you're like, oh, okay, his career's ending in wild card weekend. That's what the Browns are today. No shade to the Browns. Was that messed up?
No, I think it's the reality of the situation.
Realistic.
When you get that record money to stay in Cleveland, you are coming to terms with you're playing for the money and not to win necessarily.
And we start to now make the argument. Once you do get into the sphere of when you're a defensive player, we start asking the question, are you the best player in the NFL? Now, I got to start asking where you stand all time. And I've seen this debate online here and there, and I've seen him compared head-to-head with the J.J. Watts of the world, with the Lawrence Taylors of the world, with the Reggie Whites of the world, with the Dwight Freeneys of the world. And it gets interesting. Stacking up stat for stat, season for season, it gets interesting with Myles Garrett, and I'm curious to see how he finishes his career. He's only 30 years old. He has at least 3 or 4 more years in him. It is going to get very interesting in how we gauge what that dude is on the edge. That's our Defensive Player of the Year and our MVP. We'll give more NFL awards throughout the show. Of course, we also – you want another one right here?
No, I'm just kind of setting the scene a little bit.
It is the Theoretically Speaking NFL Awards. And all of this also, for the good people that are just now tuning in, is based off of the theme of the fact that today, we as a show, Theoretically Speaking, are going to learn whether or not we were good enough to earn a nomination for Carmi again. Once is a...
Oh, we're going to find out in the middle of the show. That's going to be... I'm scared now. Yeah, I don't want to tell the people whether or not we got it if we didn't get it.
We're going to find out at 3. So in the happy hour, we open the happy hour, I will let you... Oh, maybe not 3. It starts at 3. So we'll find out during the happy hour.
I think by 3:40 we'll know.
If we hear an eruption of applause in the office here, we'll know it's not us.
Yeah.
We'll be like, okay, I got somebody else got nominated here.
You're going to hear at 4:05 a voice on these airwaves saying, I've got a real problem with the nomination process. Yeah. I've got a real problem. And that'll be one of Russo or Rizzo.
Yeah. That's about as close to a guarantee as we can give you.
Unless they get it.
They can get it.
You know, it's nice because I can take credit for both.
That is true. I only get credit for one. I've made some appearances on that show.
Yeah, nice.
So maybe one of those days where we did 2 to 6. Maybe that one of those days are the days they get gauged, and I can take part in that honor as well. And likewise for them, and they take over and cover for us. If you have any issues, especially with the MVP, I mean, I'm curious if you are pro Drake May in this MVP race. I'd like to hear from you. I don't think there's any. I don't even want to hear from you if you think Myles Garrett is in the Defensive Player of the Year. Matter of fact, take the battery out of your phone. Do that for me. Don't waste our time with the different Defensive Player of the Year. But if you think it's Drake May instead of Matthew Stafford, let me know. I'm curious. Baptist Health Hotline. You know how to tap in. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. The Baptist Health Hotline. That's where you tap into the good people here on Theoretically Speaking. The C-Katt man and your boy Theo. 888-760-3776. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. So get back to the life and the activities that you love. All of those hobbies that you enjoy going out and spending your time with, playing with your kids, playing with your significant other. Those are the things we want you to continue to bask in, continue to celebrate, continue to enjoy staying healthy, staying active. That's what life is all about. Well, it's about other things too, but kind of helps keep the wheel going round. You know what I'm saying? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, they want to keep you going round. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Dave is in West Palm Beach. Dave joins us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Happy Thursday to you, Dave. It's the best day of the week.
Indeed. Happy Thursday to both you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. What'd you say?
I got a real problem with the MVP selection process.
Talk to me.
Is it 405 yet? No, I'm sorry. It's 225. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. That was
Talk to me, Colin. No, what's up?
So real quick, I'm not a Drake May guy. I think it should go to Stafford. But seeing the way things have been trending lately with, what happened with Belichick, and then, no shade or sort of a slight shade for Shedeur getting picked to go to the Pro Bowl. But I think it's going to go to Drake May because I just feel like with right now things are trending towards the younger generation, and they're kind of like bypassing a lot of the more established kind of like dinosaurs in the NFL and just in football.
Yeah, well, you know what? And I appreciate that. I appreciate your call and that comment. The biggest thing I took from that is, why are people so afraid to throw shade at Shedeur Sanders? Forget all of that new age stuff, because you're right. I mean, I think people are trying to find the new age and new wave of the NFL, and they're ready to throw the old guys out, which is typical.
I think it's, yeah.
The NFL's having the opposite problem. Everybody's like, I want to see more Curry and LeBron.
Good point. Whereas with the NFL, we're we thought we had the next Brady. When Brady retired, we're like, wow, Mahomes is right here. That's really nice that he fell into this league's lap.
Happened.
And with a bad Mahomes year, a bad Chiefs year where he's not at the forefront of everyone's mind, maybe gravitating towards the next best thing in Drake and May would be pretty tantalizing to build almost like a wrestling character or a UFC fighter where you need to build stars. Given Drake May the MVP would make sense in that sense, rather than the guy on his way out giving him that award.
I will say, though, him playing in the Super Bowl gives him that mantle.
True.
He doesn't need the MVP. I think this is Matthew Stafford's award to lose. It does. Drake May, great season, better than we expected. Congrats on your Super Bowl bid. The Seahawks are going to wipe the floor with you. That's exactly kind of how you should. That's how the 2025 season is going to end. Back to the Shedeur thing. What the hell? Why are we so afraid, Dave?
Dave's still here. Oh, no, Dave left. Sorry. I think afraid to – I don't know why you're afraid to tear down Shedeur.
People are always – people handle Shedeur with kid gloves. And here's what I'll say. I know why. People are – the thing around Shedeur Sanders is because he was so hated, it's almost like there were these – the bigots and the idiots ridiculed him, speculated on him, did all of this negative stuff towards him just because they didn't like the way he was, and maybe he was a shoddy prospect as well. And that caused people who were just level-headed and objective to then start being overly protective of Shedeur against all of that. And the issue sometimes when we get overly protective of him, or any athlete or any person in the world, is you start handling them with kid gloves. And then you start handling them as if they're above reproach. No. Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. The dude threw 10 interceptions and 7 touchdowns and won like 2 games.
42nd in QBR in the NFL this year.
It is fair for me to say he ain't got no damn business being a Pro Bowl quarterback over Trevor Lawrence, who was an MVP finalist. Do they not play in the same conference?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's fan vote or whatever. I don't know how NFL player vote. I don't care. But again, just going back to the point, you should feel safe to criticize a starting NFL quarterback in Shedeur Sanders and the idiotic process in which he became a Pro Bowl quarterback. I did say yesterday, C-Katt, I think he's the perfect Pro Bowl quarterback because nobody gives a damn if Trevor Lawrence makes the Pro Bowl. It is a topic everywhere nationally, internationally, that Shedeur made it, and the Pro Bowl is only a spectacle anyway, so why not put a guy like Shedeur Sanders in there who people want to see play football anyways?
Yeah.
It makes the most sense.
In that way, it might appear makes sense, but I think the NFL is above the carnival acts.
Clearly they're not. They just put Shedeur Sanders in over an MVP finalist.
They certainly should be. And we can chalk up the Pro Bowl as a lost cause, or we can try to fix it. And if you watched and listened to yesterday's, theoretically speaking, yourself and myself did fix.
We fixed it.
Pro Bowl weekend. And you need to go watch back, and because you will certainly agree what we did have to say on that matter. I don't think you can chalk up as a lost clause and just introduce a magician at halftime.
No.
I think there's a real way for the NFL to fix up one of the lone black eyes in their league.
Black eyes.
Yeah.
I say there's a lot of black guys in the league.
You try to get me on that often. You try to
That's
say
the first time.
that's the second time.
It is?
Yeah.
You roll your black eyes into it kind of flows together. It's kind of like black eyes.
You just did too.
I-
You just said to roll your black eyes.
It just sounds like you're saying black guys.
No, it doesn't. If you say it quicker, it's two different black guys,
Yeah.
black eyes.
All right. Do it in
If
a
you
sentence.
say it quicker,
Do it in a sentence.
it
though.
more so sounds like eyes. If you do it slower, it sounds. I don't know.
I don't
actually.
know. Now you understand.
Okay.
Ears are interesting.
Tell you what, Bill Belichick not getting into the Pro Football Hall of Fame is a black guy in the league.
There you go.
The plurality makes it harder.
Yeah, it is. The plurality does.
Okay. I've got several black eyes.
Yeah, see? Come on. Come on. Black eyes is always, to me, going to sound like black guys because for some, like,
It's because you're a black guy?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. 888-760-3776. Do not call in on that topic. More theoretically speaking on the other side, less black eyes, at least one black guy. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
The 2 p.m.
What's the
hour
word
is
guys
presented
mean?
by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Teeing off February 25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
Every athlete you see competing in the College Football Playoff National Championship had to find the right path to get there. At IMG Academy, helping student athletes find the right path to the next level is part of the game plan. From a world-renowned boarding school that develops student athletes every day, to premier sport camps where skill is honed and elevated, IMG Academy prepares student athletes for the next level, on and off the field. And through IMG Academy Plus, student athletes anywhere can receive unmatched college recruiting support or even a personal remote-based mental performance coach. Start your preparation with IMG Academy.
Are you a business owner or handle your company's marketing? Banyan Printing and Signs partners with over 1,000 local businesses in Palm Beach County. Their full-service solution saves you time and money by eliminating multiple vendors. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they do it all. Fast turnaround, free local delivery, and superior customer service are what sets Banyan apart. Could a market leader with 48 years improve your current model? Visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
The big game is almost here, and on Hard Rock Bet, it's parlay time. Everybody who bets a $10 same-game parlay on the big game gets a share of millions. That's $7 million in bonus bets only on Hard Rock Bet. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Y'all have awoken the beast. Awaken. Y'all have.
I think awakened.
Y'all have awakened the beast. You know who that beast is?
Who?
It's me.
Okay.
Did you not get that by the context clues of me saying y'all have awakened the beast?
No, I thought you
somebody
got
else?
45 text messages from the
beast?
Sanders family.
Oh, no. Yeah. People are so afraid. Oh, don't talk about Shador. No, we could talk about him. Like, don't do it out of spite. Don't do it out of bad faith. But, hey, I mean, it's a blessing that your boy's going to be able to experience a Pro Bowl and he's getting honored, but it is clearly a blessing. Hey, you know what? Favor ain't fair. You feel me? Favor ain't fair. You learn that as a Christian. Also, you know, grace ain't earned. It's given. So he got that, and I'm glad for him, but that dude is not a Pro Bowl quarterback. Except for the fact that Mac Jones got it his rookie year, but he even had a better year than what Shador did.
Yeah.
We joke about the Tyler Huntley Pro Bowl year too, but I can definitively say this is the least earned Pro Bowl from a quarterback in the history of the Pro Bowl.
Well, Shador Sanders statistically was one of the worst Browns quarterback seasons of all time.
That's crazy to me.
That doesn't compute in my brain.
It's, you know how hard it is to do that. And again, part of that was the team structure. Part of that was Kevin Stefanski and that offense and him being unwilling to invest in and allow Shador to get his reps and all of that. Like, there's a lot of context to add to this, right? Just throwing the football to damn Jerry Jeudy. But that don't mean you give him Pro Bowl nods. I don't mean you get awards. I mean, still bad results. Terrence is in Riviera Beach. Terrence has a take on the MVP race. I say it's definitively Stafford. I know there's some out there that want it to go to May. What say you, Terrence?
All right, thank you. Let me back you up with that. You know, congratulations to both candidates for the award.
Thank you.
But let's be clear on the schedule here. May had a great opportunity to play against the Giants defense twice, the Raiders, Tennessee, the depleted Jets defense twice, the Dolphins, and played it again. And you compare that versus Matthew Stafford, his division alone is like the SEC of the NFL.
No, I'm with you. So
much harder competition.
Terrence, what's funny is when you started, you said the great defense of the Giants. I thought you were actually about to try to mount this case that Drake May went up against great defenses, and then you went on to name the Dolphins as well. And I was like, okay, he's with me there. We're locked up.
Yeah, I'm trying to be funny without being funny.
No, I love it, Terrence. So it's not as close as people are making it out to be. Do you think this is partially just because people like Drake May? They want to see a new face in there.
New faces sell tickets. I mean, he did a great job to his credit, but if I had to play against the Raiders, the Giants twice, and all these teams, hey, you know, why not give me a shot?
Yeah, Terrence and Riviera Beach for MVP. I like it.
Yeah, I like that. Terrence from the Raw for MVP. We are going to be voting for that. I appreciate the call, Terrence, and I appreciate you backing me as well. It always feels good to get a call from somebody who agrees with you. You know, we gotta do our good people rankings this year.
Our good people rankings.
Yeah.
So if you put together a really good call into theoretically speaking, you go on the board.
You go on the board.
Now
we're not starting with Terrence though. That would be unfair because it was a good one. It could be a bad one. You could lose points too. You get a point up. It's like around the horn.
I see.
We're gonna do, theoretically speaking, it's gonna be like around the horn. And I appreciate the call, Terrence. You're good people, especially being from the Raw. I got people don't know this about me. I'm from Houston, but I got family ties to Riviera Beach. I have multiple people in my family back in the day, lived in Riviera Beach for a minute. Got love for the Raw, and I'm rocking with them. So I appreciate Terrence for calling. I think that's our first caller from Riviera Beach in a while.
Yeah, I think so. Leo calls in every once in a while. We have Roosevelt from Palm Beach Gardens calling in now. Maybe Roosevelt's going to get on the board for the best good people, the goodest people. I don't know.
It's just the good people.
Okay.
It's the good people. And we'll see. You can lose points or gain points. You can actually get on the board for the wrong reasons. Who is this again?
We got Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. What's up, Rose?
How you doing?
Man,
how you doing, my friends?
I'm kicking it, man. How you doing?
We love to hear it. Good, man. Good.
How you?
Right, so how we do? Am I doing my take? We're playing a game.
No, we're not playing a game. It's not a game. Give me your take on the MVP. Are you going with Stafford, the old guard, the MVP that I say is deserving, or Drake May, the young gunner who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl in a week and a half?
The fact that it's even a debatable question is wild. Matthew Stafford by a long shot, and the only reason people are saying anything about Drake May is because he's a Patriot, and everybody's happy the Patriots are back.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Wait.
I like that.
That was good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Roosevelt, you're still with us here.
Roosevelt, you here?
Why do it's weird. Do you think it's just comfortable for people to see the Patriots at the top of the food chain? Because I would have thought there'd be anti-Patriot bias because people were already sick of them.
You would think, but now that they have a different coach at the helm, nothing against Belichick besides being a Dolphins fan and hating him for the last 20 years. But they got a lovable, likable coach in Variable who's a player's coach. And now that they're being, some level of success, so all those Patriot people are back, especially the ones that live down here in South Florida. So they're all just on that train again. That's what it boils down to.
That makes a lot of sense, and I'm fine with them being on that train again. And I appreciate your call, Roosevelt. That's a good one. That would have made it. That would have made the list.
Mm-hmm. But we got to establish the list. Once you know what it is?
Yeah.
I think once we get into the NFL offseason, that's when we start this thing.
No, we can't wait.
Yes,
we still
we
can get some good calls on random things, though. Sometimes you get a good call, and every call also – should every call register a +1 or a -1? Should every call qualify?
I got you. We should reward frequency. That means you're tapped in often. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying. So you can lose a lot of points, though, by calling in and having bad calls. Are we grading every call, or is it just if a call is so good or so bad, we didn't grade it? That's the question.
We do have a whiteboard to your right that's going unused right now. So the technology is there.
We got to use it. So here's what we'll do. We're going to have to decide this off the air, but we're going to bring this thing – we're going to get this thing kicking probably by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I don't like –
why not now?
We get paid for this.
Okay.
Right? We get paid to do, theoretically speaking. We get paid to come into this office, sit in front of these mics, and deliver these God-sent takes that we have. The good people that call in, they don't. They don't. So this is us showing love to and giving gratitude to the people that are also adding to the show. I mean, if we're going to be an award-winning show, it takes not just us as hosts, but it's the good people that call in as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Chris from Tequesta had the call of the year last year.
Good point.
And he got no points for that.
We do have an ongoing caller giveaway, a contest, if you would. Before the NFL playoffs, we asked our callers, our wonderful good people, theoretically speaking, to call in and draft the NFL playoff teams. And if you drafted the eventual champion of the NFL, you won $150 to the wonderful, the delicious, the exciting Duffy's Sports Grill. And we've whittled down our list. It is Patriots. It is Seahawks. Larry and Boynton had the first overall pick, and he got the Seahawks.
That's
so
right.
he made an exceptional selection, and the Patriots were the third overall pick. I forget who our caller was for that.
Oh, wow. I thought you had it ready to go.
No, I was delaying until you got it ready to go.
I didn't know that's what, I was looking at you, and it was Paul and Royal Palm.
It was Paul and Royal Palm.
I thought you had it, so I was like, I didn't think that was on me. You got to give me a signal or something.
We're going to have Larry and Boynton and Paul and Royal Palm on the air next week. And maybe have them on at the same time. Duke it out.
They got
the best man win.
They got to duke it out.
I don't know how they can affect the action on the field over in Santa Clara.
We got a lot of reach. Theoretically speaking, it has a lot of reach. We are worldwide. We are a global platform. You can reach us on YouTube at ESPN South Florida. You can download the ESPN South Florida app and get us at any point. You could also listen on ESPN 106.3. You could tell your smart speaker, C-Katt. What do you tell your smart speaker?
Play ESPN West Palm?
No, I don't think that's it. Play ESPN 106.3.
Okay.
Right? Is that it? I haven't done that. Have you ever done that?
I'm not the biggest smart speaker guy. I got to fess up on that.
Yeah, I have.
I want to become one. I'm like, hey, Siri or Alexa, buy me more toilet paper. But I can't do that. I just simply find it easier to non-verbally go on my phone and do that.
It's actually easier to just talk it, but it probably is more you're used to the other way.
Speaking of that type of process, do you remember when there was the one-click buttons sold by Amazon?
Yeah.
Where you could buy something from Amazon, where it was linked up to your Amazon account, and, oh, man, we're out of dog food. You hit the button, and it automatically reorders it.
Oh, no, I did
you.
not know that.
Yeah.
There's a one-click button in your home?
Yes. It's a physical device.
I thought it was a one-click thing on the app that you just click.
Physical device where it probably has a command strip on the back where you can put it where maybe it's your pantry and you want to buy more cereal.
Oh, my gosh.
Or maybe, buy where you put your toilet paper and you want to buy more toilet paper.
That's too easy. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit unnecessary. That's what I would say.
I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am not a overly I know I carry my phone around with me and I know it's listening to me and all of that. And I know that the government has all the pictures of me and angles that they need. They probably got naked pictures of me. That don't bother me. I'm not ashamed of my naked body. But what I will say is there's something about I have an Alexa and an Echo or whatever you want to call it. And I had it plugged up for like 3 or 4 months. There's something different about knowing your phone is always listening to you versus actually seeing a speaker with the little light kind of flashing.
Oh, exactly. When it thinks it says Alexa, and it turns on for a quick sec, but then it realized I wasn't talking to it.
But it'll always be kind of glowing and always kind of listening. And in the comfort of your home with your wife or your girlfriend or your man or your husband, you have very comfortable conversations. Talk about anything, everything. And I unplugged that Alexa about 3 months ago. I looked over. We were talking. I looked over at the damn Alexa. I said,
"Who do you think you are?"
I said, "Man, let me go take care of that." So I unplugged. I did realize that about myself. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not a one of those kind of people. But I think the smart speaker is a step too far for me. It is.
It's funny because those were implemented a while ago. Like smart speakers were hot Christmas, like 2014.
Yeah. It's very normalized in a lot of places. Matter of fact, my wife's family has a few of them throughout the house, and they use them.
Do they go to the fullest extent where it's like, Alexa, turn the lights off? Like that?
No, mostly to play music. I think and check the weather, honestly. They haven't, that's most of the time when I hear Alexa's name called. My mama got one too.
In college, my girlfriend's apartment, we used one, and it was for that reason too. Weather, music every once in a while. That's really it. I have not incorporated the smart speaker to my lifestyle.
I don't like Googling the weather. I like stepping outside. I'm an old school guy. Call me old school. Call me old school.
Yeah, it smells like it's going to rain. You get down on one knee, taste the dirt. Two fingers up in the air. Winds are going due northwest, but they're going to swirl, so that cold front's going to hit us from the east.
There's nothing like feeling it yourself. I can't put my finger on it, C-Katt, but there's nothing like feeling it yourself. I step outside, and I'm like, I know exactly what to wear now.
No, I'm weather app through and through.
Okay. So we're not aligned on all things. Can we do a get around on the other side?
Yes, we can do a get around on the other side, but we talked about that giveaway to Duffy Sports Grill, and whoever wins that's going to be a real lucky guy. I can say guy because it's two guys who are at the top.
I was about to. You know what? I stopped myself. You saw me going for it. I was about to say or gal, but then I realized it's two guys. It's two guys competing. Did we have any women join that contest? I think we had one.
Yeah.
I think we had one. We had Alex, Wendy. We had Wendy and Stewart who picked the Packers, and I gave her an F. I was right though.
Wendy, thank you for being good people of the show. Right. We appreciate you.
I do appreciate Wendy for calling in. I appreciate her for joining, but she picked the Packers. There were just better teams available. That's all. There's no better place available to go and enjoy the big game than Duffy's Sports Grill. The next best thing to being there is being at your local Duffy Sports Grill. Starting at just $25, you can get a guaranteed front row seat, a free welcome drink, stadium-style snacks, and a $10 coupon for your next visit.
Wait, what was that price?
$25. So you get a $10. That's like, that means it's really like kind of like 15. Really,
And the welcome drink.
And a welcome drink.
That's crazy. Awesome.
And a guaranteed front row seat. And you get some stadium style snacks and exclusive big game getaways and an automatic entry into the halftime raffle. I mean, you could be going to Duffy's for $25 for the big game and end up earning money.
Yeah, exactly. That's a profitable ordeal.
It actually is. Actually, I might want to stop talking about this so I can just go be about it. If you want to host a big game at your house too, that's an option. You can always get the Duffy's Tailgate Takeout Party Pack. All right, you can build your own spread with award-winning jumbo wings, barbecue baby back ribs, classic cheeseburger sliders, football features, sideline baskets, the whole nine. No cooking, no stress. Just great food and great football. Hopefully great football. Plus, now through February 7th, you can pre-order Tailgate Takeout Party Packs and get double points on your Duffy's MVP card. It is a beautiful thing, kicking it with the Duffy's team. So bring the big game and big feels to your Duffy's near you. Duffy's. Our game is always on. All right, C-Katt, get around on the other side. I have also a bone to pick with the Miami Heat. They are annoying me. That's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Boca Raton and Port St. Lucie.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You can't fool me. I know what happened. I know what you did when it got cool out here. You tried to go over to your little thermostat, your little fancy, schmancy, smart thermostat. You clicked over to the heat. You sat down on your couch. 2 hours passed as you're watching a movie with your honey. And you realize, what's that smell? Wait a second. It ain't even getting hotter in here. It's getting colder. Wait a second. This thing ain't even working right. And you know what else you realize? I don't have a reliable AC company to be in partnership with that I could call up. I could go online and they can come and hook it up and make sure I'm good. But it was too late at that point. I've been there. But that was before I was with EDS Air Conditioning and EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Because EDSisyes.com, that is the website to go to. You don't want to be blitzed by an AC supplies or breakdown. You don't want to be in a bad spot when it comes to not having heat in the cool times. We don't have a lot of them, but it happens. EDSisyes.com. They're now offering 0% interest for 60 months to qualified customers. That means you don't have to settle for a cut rate job that's going to cost you more down the line. You want to revamp the whole AC system? EDSisyes.com. You have any issues with your plumbing? EDSisyes.com. Do you want to be a Gold Plan member and get 2 check-ins every year, percentage off of repairs, preventative and repair? EDSisyes.com. That's the place to go. EDSisyes.com. C-Katt, man, we were just talking about going to a get-around. And then I heard that a certain franchise quarterback who just watched everything else burn around him into just straight rubble, Josh Allen, hit the podium and had something to say about the firing of his head coach, Sean McDermott.
In my house, I wake up to a call from Mr. Pagula telling me that it's telling me what had transpired, and I called Coach McDermott immediately. And I've got nothing but love and respect for Coach McDermott. The last 8 years of my life, he's been through ups and downs of me as a player, as a person. I'd be lying to you if I'm sitting here saying that, I feel like I had part in it, because if I make one more play that game in Denver, we're probably not having this press conference right now. We're probably not making a change. And in all honesty, we're probably getting ready to play another game. And that's the hard part to take in from my perspective, but that's reality. It is what it is now, and at that same time, I'm very looking forward to Joe and everything that entails with him becoming the head coach. And I can go on and on about how good of a coach I think Joe is, but he's also a great human being. He's a family man. He's a leader. And I think that our guys will respond positively to that.
One thing I liked about what Josh Allen said there, he took accountability for him being the key, because this is what I've been saying the whole time. Josh Allen is the reason why McDermott got fired. Josh Allen is the reason why people are questioning the picks that they had in the second round with Keon Coleman and stuff. Like, he is culpable for a lot more of that than what we, the media, have held him to the fire on. People love Josh Allen. They coddle Josh Allen. They change rules for Josh Allen. And speaking to you, Roger Goodell, we do all of this stuff to protect him from, I guess, himself, whereas he was the one with the 2 interceptions in a pivotal game against the Denver Broncos. He was the one who went 25 for 39 in a winner-go-home game on the road in Denver. And he also was the one who could have, I don't want to say he owed it to Sean McDermott, but he could, if Josh Allen wanted Sean McDermott to be his head coach still, he would still be remaining in that position. It is clear to me that based on what Pagula has done since the firing, the fact that Joe Brady got elevated to head coach from offensive coordinator, who is Josh Allen's guy, who has made Josh Allen a much more efficient thrower of the football, mostly by lowering his average depth of his passes. And also with Brandon Beane remaining in place, it is clear that Josh Allen has his finger on the pulse of what's happening with the Bills organization going forward. He was part of the interviews.
Right. So I think that his guilt, of course, he feels guilty just as the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills with that diehard fan base in that insular environment where that area and the surrounding area are all in on the Bills. He feels guilt for losing that game. Of course, that first half was dreadful from Josh Allen, especially at his standards. Speaking of that final field goal attempt that was made because of his fumble on their own end with only 20 seconds to go in that half. So I think he feels guilty for his performance there for the city, but I think his guilt probably is giving the go-ahead to fire him outside of that.
Because that's wild to me. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost, and then they come to you and they're like, hey, what do you want to do about McDermott? And if you didn't pull the trigger, Josh, at the very least, you didn't say no.
And you know what? We all entered this postseason saying there really is not an excuse. The Bills had the Mahomes excuse before, and they could have even had the Ravens excuse if that was the case. Neither of those teams were in the playoffs. It should have been the Bills, if not for a poor performance from Josh Allen in that first half.
It should be Bills Seahawks right now. And he said that. He admitted to that as well. And so, again, I appreciate him today having the accountability. But we heard from Pegula after the game that the reason he fired Sean McDermott was because of literally because of how torn up and devastated Josh Allen was in that locker room after the game. And to me, if that's not the biggest sign of you coddling someone who again, he's torn up, he's devastated, he's down in the dumps because of things he did. He did that. Sean McDermott ain't get in there and throw 2 interceptions. He did. Sean McDermott ain't lose pivotal fumbles in the game, in which you gotta he had been so good at this too. This is what we were talking about last year. Is the reason why he elevated to a place in which people started comparing him to, and some of y'all was stupid enough to say Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes, was because he finally cut out his fatal flaw, and that was turning the ball over. He had 6 straight playoff games with 0 turnovers. He had 4 turnovers alone against the Broncos. Like, bad Josh Allen reared its ugly head, and the results of it was Sean McDermott losing his job. It's kind of crazy to me. I'm not even a big Sean McDermott guy, but I do think he got the raw end of the stick here with the Buffalo Bills.
Jason in the ESPN South Florida YouTube chat chimes on in, and you can as well. Just go to YouTube and comment what you have to say about anything we're talking about, whether it's relevant or not. Jason says the defense has let Josh Allen down in the playoffs more than Josh has let his team down. Talk about those final pivotal possessions in the second half where defensive pass interference. One of those 2 interceptions was in the breadbasket of his receiver. That was then ripped away. Good play by the defense and a questionable call for the referee to make. That was second half.
This, and I appreciate you, Jason, for defending Josh Allen, because that is what people are prone to do. But then let's stop treating him like he's in the Mahomes/Brady tier/conversation. If he can't be held accountable for single-handedly losing his football team that game, let's stop comparing him to the guys that don't get the benefit of the doubt. Sure, you're right. Then I'll compare him to Jalen Hurts. And that's no shade to a Super Bowl champion Jalen Hurts, who doesn't make the big mistakes in the big games because he plays his best when the lights are the brightest. Like, I'll compare him to other guys then who are allowed to have big-time mistakes like that. But when you turn the ball over 4 times in one game, yeah, it's on you. That's on you. And he said it was on him. Like, we'll hear Josh Allen again on the other side. But goodness gracious, treating me like I'm a bad guy for saying Josh Allen is at fault here. His defense let him down other times. Well, yeah, you're supposed to be the A-League. You're supposed to be the guy that we rely on to win games, not lose them for us and not lose a guy his job. More theoretically speaking in the happy hour. And we learned if we won a Carmi or got nominated. We'll give you the heads up on that as well. That's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
A reminder for parents and teen drivers, speeding and distracted driving are putting families at risk. Safety for Life is working to change that, starting in our schools.
We're here with an organization called Safety for Life. We go into the schools and we educate kids on the dangers of driving. Not just driving and drinking and doing drugs, but really distracted driving and speeding, which are the two top reasons that kids get into accidents.
And the message sticks.
A young lady asked me, "Hey, are you Mr. Lebovic?" I said, "Yes." "Do I know you?" And she goes, "Yes. You came to my high school and you have been in my head and all my friends' heads for the last 6 years. I just graduated college, and we credit you and what you did for keeping us safe through high school and college, because we Uber, we never drink and drive, we don't text and drive. You really scared us straight."
We do it because we have kids ourselves, and really by the grace of God, they're alive and they haven't gotten into any type of accident like this, and we just want to prevent it.
Learn more about Safety for Life and how to bring a presentation to your school. Help keep teen drivers safe.
Funnel cake, rice, farm animals.
Wake up, South Florida Fair.
Don't tell me what's fair. What? The South Florida Fair is open? Why didn't you say so sooner? Use the free park and ride from the mall at Wellington Green and Palm Beach Central High School and avoid traffic. Visit southfloridafair.com for details or download the Fair app. Open now through February 1st in West Palm Beach.
Listen up, team. Recycling is just like football. You can't win if you're out of formation. Yellow bin? That's your quarterback. Give it all the paper. Blue bin? Wide receiver. Feed it all the containers. But no interceptions. Plastic bags and greasy pizza boxes have no place on this field. Now, follow the playbook. Get out there and recycle right. Sponsored by the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. Let's keep winning for the planet!
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Canes fans, Hurricanes basketball is back, and the Watsco Center is the place to be. Feel the intensity of every play as Miami's men's and women's teams take the court this season. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action. Secure your seats for any game now at MiamiHurricanes.com/basketball. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/basketball. Hurricanes basketball is back, and go Canes.
Get ready for a one-of-a-kind celebration of creativity, community, and charitable giving at Wellington International with the Great Charity Challenge, sponsored by Fidelity Investments, featuring this year's theme, Rhyme Without Reason. On Saturday, January 31st, Wellington International hosts an unforgettable evening blending equestrian sport with imagination and impact, raising and distributing more than $2 million in one night. Watch more than 30 costume teams compete for local nonprofits in a fast-paced relay where the rules are simple. The jumps must stay up and the costumes must rhyme. The winning team earns the chance to present $100,000 to their randomly paired organization. Because Wellington International covers all event costs, 100% of every donation goes directly to Palm Beach County nonprofit organizations. Don't miss the Great Charity Challenge, Under the Lights. Doors open at 6 p.m. General admission is free. Visit WellingtonInternational.com for more information.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. We're back at it. It's the happy hour, man. It's the happy hour. I'll be more happy here. I got out of my got out of my bag a little bit there. Still happy, but I was being a little critical of one Josh Allen. I don't want to be that way. I want to be joyful. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos.
I've got a way to cheer you up and to bring the energy up to this show in the instant, because when you hear this music, you know we're going to throw it to our girl next door, Tina Costanza. What's up, Tina?
It's the little light is red at least, and then Tina's not here?
Tina didn't make it
okay,
today.
All right, well, cut the music off then. What the hell are we doing? Why would we toss to Tina if she's not here?
You know what? I wanted that quick little ratings boost.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, somebody's just like turn the radio. Oh, Tina's about to give it.
No, we got the cold shoulder from Tina once again.
Is it because she's at the nomination show? Is she in there on our behalf, you think?
Thought it'd be a bad look to leave her department hanging.
Yeah.
You know, she's a marketing important person, and she needed to show face.
That's fine. Well, she better keep us alert on whether or not we were nominated. Right now, nationally, we are having the Good Karma Brands Carmi Awards and ESPN West Palm, part of Good Karma Brands. We got stations all over. We got shows all over. Theoretically Speaking was nominated for Best Show of the Year last year.
So anything but is a step down.
I know. So if we are not nominated for Show of the Year, we know we did a terrible job this season.
And as a matter of fact, even if we get nominated and don't win, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
We got to win. We have to win Show of the Year, or else just throw the whole show away.
Yeah, we're in decline.
So we're gonna wait and see. And then there's also there's other awards that we can win as well.
Yeah, you got nominated for a Person of the Year, or whatever.
Yeah,
I think they gave you a Time magazine cover.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't think you won though.
I didn't win. I've never won one.
You've never won an award?
I've never won a Carmi award. I've gotten nominated for like 5 of them, probably.
It's tough.
I've also because I was in high school game day was nominated at one point, our high school sports coverage stuff.
Yeah.
And that technically I was part of that.
Right, you were nominated.
Did that win?
I don't think it won.
That's what I'm saying.
That was also Show of the Year.
That's why it's hard. Oh, really?
Yes.
That's why it's hard for me to gauge how many nominations I have, because I feel like do I count the ones when our whole office gets nominated? That don't really count.
Yeah, you've got people that work in this industry that say they're like an Emmy nominee.
I am an Emmy nominee.
Exactly. Do you really feel like one?
I don't. I'm Emmy nominated for the show Going Home with Tyler Cameron. So for those of you who don't know Tyler Cameron, he's from Jupiter, Florida. He was a contestant on The Bachelorette. I believe it was Hannah's season. I don't remember what season that is, but it was Hannah's season.
Hannah?
Hannah season.
I know there's a Hannah B.
Oh, don't know. I didn't miss. I missed that season.
That's the depth of my knowledge of The Bachelorette, and I just unloaded the clip on you.
Maybe it's Hannah B.
Okay.
I'm just going to guess it's Hannah B. If you can, 888-760-3776. What season was Tyler Cameron?
If only we had a female representative on the show that could give us that answer.
That would help. But she's not around. Anyways, Tyler had this renovation show called Going Home with Tyler Cameron, where he renovated houses in Palm Beach County area and Treasure Coast, mostly in Jupiter. And here's the thing. That show was nominated for an Emmy, a national Emmy. Like, he went to the Emmys for that. And I would not take credit for being Emmy nominated if not for being episode 1 of that show. My home, myself and my wife, we were episode 1 of Going Home with Tyler Cameron. And if you are gauging whether or not you like a show, or if you're award show people and you're trying to gauge the barometer of a show, where do you start?
The pilot.
So if I was on the pilot episode, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know what? Speaking of pilot episode, that show, I don't know how it works with streaming.
Yeah.
But did they film the pilot and then get the go-ahead from Amazon Prime to be like, okay, we like the show, you can film the full season?
No, they had to go ahead already.
Okay.
They had to go ahead before it.
Because then you can take even more credit.
I know.
Because, like, we impressed them so much. This is our reality renovation version of the show Lost. Because, like, Lost is known as the greatest pilot of all time.
Right.
So this is that, but for the HGTV style of television.
Right. And no, I don't think we were that impressive on episode 1. Though my wife actually did cry. She did cry when we did the big reveal, because they renovated like 3 or 4 different rooms in our house. This Bali bungalow was an amazing experience. Tyler and them were great. The construction folk, the production folk. It was an amazing time. I actually lived in the Cuesta for a month as I was waiting, so I got to experience a different side of Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. And that show was nominated for an Emmy. So I'm not going to put it in my bio or anything. But
Wait, did you ever get a notification Like, did you just find out like the rest of us? Like, did they send you something in the mail? Theo Dorsey nominated as part of Going Home with Tyler Cameron. No, that's a no.
Okay,
no.
So
you might as well have been an extra. They might as well have walked past you on the street when going into a house.
Okay, would you give me more credit if I was also featured on other episodes?
No.
It was only 8 episodes. I was in like 3 or 4 of them. But
Were you ever on camera?
Yes.
Without Tyler Cameron's presence?
Sure. I mean, it was me in my home, like looking at stuff. I mean, he was there.
Okay, yeah, no. So they didn't follow Theo.
They didn't
and
follow my
Miss
solo
Dorsey.
journey. No,
yeah, okay.
It was about him. I mean, the show's called Going Home with Tyler Cameron.
They didn't even have like a scene, like a
scene, like
only
like
the
a just me
Dorseys.
scene.
Yeah.
Well, there were some interviews that he wasn't.
Oh man. So maybe I actually get nominated for an Oscar because I'm actually going to be in a movie coming out.
Well, it's got to get nominated first.
Right. It's a pretty darn good movie.
All I'm saying is we were part of the episode, a major part of the episode that likely was the one that the what do you call the people, the selection committee gauged for the Emmy nomination. So I'm going to take that as I am Emmy nominated. So you can't take that away from me. Also, even if I just said I did 10 years of TV. So I could just say I'm Emmy nominated and give no further details. And you could just assume I won it on TV. So
I might be nominated for an Oscar. Flowers. It's a short film.
Yeah.
Dean Thomas created it with some help from me.
Do you remember your line? He didn't create it with some help from you. You just were a part of you were an actor.
Quite literally, Dean Thomas created a short film named Flowers. And he also got help by me.
Okay. At what point in the process was Christian Cat called upon to help Dean Thomas?
In the middle of shooting. Well, I knew about 3 months ahead of time.
Right.
That I was going to be in this movie.
You knew you would be in this movie 3 months ahead of time. Was the script written?
Yes.
Okay.
They said, Dean Thomas said, I've got the guy.
Okay. Now, when he said he's got the guy, did he not come on this show specifically and decide between you and I? It was like a casting he did.
He said he did that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust whether or not that is completely and totally accurate to the process.
Oh, you think he Rooney ruled me? Did Dean Thomas Rooney ruled me? Do you think that's what happened?
They wanted to make sure we had diversity of a complete cast.
You were the whole time he was like, I want C-Katt to be the guy.
I just think that I fit the bill.
You fit the bill.
Yeah.
And then he came on to this show and he said, hey, there's a role and I think that you, Theo, and C-Katt might be good for it. And he went through the whole dog and pony show in the happy hour. He sat down here with us. He had us recite little lines as if we were both playing the role of the boyfriend in this film. And the whole time he already had a conversation with you beforehand that you were going to get this role. I am Brian Flores. You are Brian Dayball. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that could be a version of the truth.
You know what? We're gonna get Dean Thomas on this at some point. I need to know the truth behind this. And this is not the intention of the Rooney Rule. If Dean Thomas did this to circumvent the Rooney Rule, used me as a diversity interview just to hire C-Katt, I am going to personally show up to the premiere and I'm going to throw tomatoes.
So this was my line.
Yeah.
A little spoiler, a little inside.
Uh-oh.
Never actually said this out loud. So I might get, a knock at the door when I get home. That was a line. For a radio audience, you couldn't actually see the line.
You have no verbal lines?
I had a facial expression. You're going to hear my voice in like some establishing shots, cracking jokes left and right, but I don't know which one they're going to use. So the line that I know guaranteed is going to be in the short film is not verbal.
It's not. It's a nonverbal.
It's a nonverbal reactionary situation.
Okay, but your character is not like a nonverbal person. You are a verbal person. You just don't have a line.
My character does have the capability to talk.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm someone's boyfriend.
Yes.
I sit to the right of Dean Thomas's character.
You can't say whether or not you liked your girlfriend, but do you think that he got a good pairing for you? Did it make sense, you being the boyfriend to that girlfriend? Because that was part of the discussion we had was the character chemistry we might have.
Who do you think? Okay, so what do you think my in-movie girlfriend's taste would be in men?
Yeah,
Or
like,
what
did
would
it make
my
sense?
character's taste in women be?
Was it like I think he would have put you with a brunette white woman. Is
Yeah,
that was
I'm
it?
pretty sure she either was brunette or
I said-
blonde with.
Is that not brunette? Is brunette?
Brunette? Yeah.
I said, is it not
BR? No, it's not Burnett.
Okay. I've always said Burnett. Nobody's ever
That's,
corrected
that's
me.
AJ Burnett, former pitcher for the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays.
Probably because there's a lot of Barnetts in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means.
Barnett. Like, that's a name.
Oh. I think Dean got it right. I think I was correctly casted for this role based on a couple of lines that were directed towards me. Not that I replied.
You just gestured.
I gestured.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. How long were you on set to do this gesture?
This was an 8-hour day. This was an 8-hour day that was paid in Olive Garden breadsticks and fettuccine Alfredo.
You know what? He did get the right guy.
I did not get a Bali bungalow out of the situation. I didn't get my home renovated for my my efforts.
Okay.
Did you get a check for that show? Or was that it?
No, I didn't get a check for that show.
Okay.
I did
Well,
not.
it makes sense.
Well,
If you
I got the renovations for the show. Yeah.
Exactly. No, yeah, that's
We
what I'm
paid.
saying.
We paid, though. There was a budget. We paid.
Oh, you did pay. Okay, so that they don't tell you about.
They do tell you about it. Just watch the damn episode.
That was a while ago.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's.
What I'm saying is I think that there is a belief among people that watch renovation shows that, yeah, we have a budget, but it would make the show better if we covered what went over the budget. And wow, you have that reaction. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what happened. We did have a budget. We paid a budget. The amount of work that we got done, it did feel like we got a good bang for our buck. I'll put it to you like that.
Okay, so the numbers were fudged?
No, the numbers were true, but it felt like there were some things like they stage. So the way that those shows work is they'll stage your house too with a lot of things that they'll probably take away afterwards. And a lot of those things ended up being beneficial enough for both parties for us to keep.
Okay.
Put it to you like that. Here's one thing you will learn if you go watch this show, and I kid you not, it took me until watching the show back and then watching a couple of other episodes. I kid you not, and this is not on Tyler Cameron, this is on the producers, I think. They made us seem and feel like the most broke folk in Palm Beach County history. I kid you not. The show is called Going Home with Tyler Cameron. It's on Prime Video. It is free to watch if you have Prime Video. The amount of times they referred to like, this little project, this little budget that they got here, it's going to be tough. I mean,
we got sound effects. Budget $10,000. Dun dun dun.
I'm like, bro, do you know how much I went through to get we had a $25,000 budget, but because we live in this area where everybody's a millionaire and nobody works, everybody else's budget apparently was like $150,000 and like $200,000, and like the next closest budget to ours was probably at least. Like probably about 50,000 more.
Oh my god!
So it was a sticking point. One of the conflict points in our episode was about how broke we were. They were like, we got to figure it out.
Wow,
That's what they got to work with. I'm like, hey,
this was like a Drake music video. They came in and it's like,
yes. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? First of all, it's a lot of money. All right, it's a lot of money. But I have to realize where we're at. We're in Palm Beach County, and there's a lot of people with a lot of money.
That's funny. I thought I was close in terms of like when you told me lower budget than the rest of the show, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought $10,000 was a lot.
Me too. Me too.
We're normal. Apparently, 25 is not a lot.
We are normal people. C-Katt, that makes you and I normal people. To the rest of people listening to us right now, they're like $25,000. That couldn't even get my bathroom done. So yeah, Going Home with Tyler Cameron. Wow. Great show, by the way. Especially episode 1. C-Katt, Jalen in the YouTube chat says that you were Dean's Joe Brady.
Okay.
The difference is Joe Brady got promoted and Brian Daboll got fired. I never even got the job. I just got an interview. I am Brian Flores, who got a text from Bill Belichick that said congrats on getting the job before I even walked into the interview. And then I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, damn, I thought this was Daboll. And he's like, wait, I'm interviewing tomorrow, though. That's what I am. So, do you think that's why they kept Bill Belichick out of the Hall of Fame?
Oh, just he was bad with his context?
No, because think about that. Hold on a second.
All right.
Nobody's talked about this. That just literally, thank you to Jalen.
Reestablish that real quick. What exactly happened?
Okay, so we all know about Brian Flores' ongoing battle with the league. I believe he still has a lawsuit out there. Brian Flores, former Miami Dolphins head coach, has a lawsuit against the NFL.
Is he the one that's alleging that the Dolphins gave him bonuses for losses in order to improve draft capital?
That, but also his lawsuit against the NFL is alleging racial discrimination in hiring practices. Because the situation that played out, and yes, he did have the things with the Dolphins where he said Stephen Ross was going to give him like $100 or some odd $1,000 per loss, and told him he wanted to lose, but Brian Flores didn't want to lose games. Anyway, the situation that happened was the Giants' head coaching job became open, and Flores was applying for it.
I see.
And the Giants knew they wanted to hire Brian Daboll, but because of what the Rooney Rule is, you have to do so many minority interviews before you can actually make a hiring. So Bill Belichick, being a person who both has the contact of Brian Flores and Brian Daboll, he heard the Giants were going to hire Brian Daboll. So he texted Brian Flores reportedly and said, congrats, bro. Congrats on the job. He went into his phone, hit Brian, BF or B. Congrats on the job, bud. Forgot the exact words. And then Flores was like, bro, what are you talking about? They haven't told me anything. And I think my interview's tomorrow or something like that. He was like, there's no way I got the job. He goes in for his interview. He finds out a day or two later when Brian Daboll is actually hired that, yes, that was all just a show because they needed to fulfill the Rooney Rule so they could hire the guy they wanted. That's the reason why people say the Rooney Rule doesn't work, because just saying you have to interview so many odd candidates for the head coaching position does not mean that these teams don't already have made up their mind who they want to hire.
Which I think it's a hard problem to fix.
It is.
If someone wants to hire someone, how can you put walls in place to make sure that they fit your criterion in terms of taking someone else seriously?
It's hard, and that's the reason why people say the fix to the Rooney Rule would be flooding the pipelines more with candidates, as in you need to be doing these kind of hiring practices for assistant coaches, not for head coaches. Because by the time we're hiring for head coach, it's too late. We already know that we want, what's my guy, Ben Johnson and Daboll and Joe Brady, because they were great coordinators. You need to be flooding the pipeline with quarterbacks coaches and assistant coaches and coordinators. That way they can become good candidates and so on and so forth.
And where they almost don't need,
then you wouldn't need a Rooney Rule for the head coaching jobs because they've proven themselves in other jobs, even though many people will say, well, why the hell did Matt Nagy get opportunity after opportunity when Eric Bieniemy couldn't? But I don't want to get into all of that. That's not the issue of this. So I want to find the text, actually.
I think it was very Bill Belichick-esque. Which, you know what? Good for Bill Belichick, reaching out saying it was in the right place.
It was legit. It says, okay, the lawsuit showed text messages of Belichick sending a congratulations to Flores for landing the Giants job on January 24th. That text was sent 2 days prior to Flores actually interviewing for the job. After Flores initially appeared confused by the text message, he asked Belichick, Coach, are you talking to Brian Flores or Brian Daboll? Just making sure.
Ooh.
Belichick responded, sorry, this one up. I double-checked and I misread the text. I think they are naming Daboll. I'm sorry about that, period. Then he signed it, BB. So people criticize Flores for, suing the league, but then also chasing after head coaching jobs, because obviously his ultimate goal is to be a head coach again. But he felt the need to sue the league because he's like, the hiring practices that the league said that they're upholding, clearly owners are finding ways to circumvent it. And that was one of the many, that's like the smoking gun that Flores has.
Yeah. The fact that he had not interviewed for a job yet, but the minds were already made up.
Yes.
Which also, is not uncommon in any field ever.
Yes.
When you have one home run interview that has great recommendations, you can say, this guy's perfect. This is what we're looking for. Nice. But we already scheduled something beforehand, before we knew this interview was going to be a slam dunk, home run, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. And I think, again, it is so gray because we don't know the intentions of the Giants or any of these people involved. But I do wonder if, just in the back of my mind, as I'm trying to figure out, why did they keep Bill Belichick out of the Hall of Fame? Was there somebody else in that room that brought up the fact that, hey, he screwed this whole thing up in the first place by sending that text to Flores? Like, this idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying to make sense
That's
of
true.
the-
I
sense of
forget
the
about
situation.
these ongoing lawsuits. Stuff takes so long that it becomes news the day the papers are served or the way it gets leaked, and then it kind of fades away.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it unless you're the person suing or the person getting sued
They're
or the
actively-
lawyers. Yeah,
they're
that's a big part of
actively-
their lives.
Brian Flores is coming up with defensive game plans as well as like his
He's got to be in
statement.
court.
Yeah. Like,
That's tough.
it is weird. It's tough, but I do think that for
Where is he right now? Is he out of the league right now?
no, he was the DC for the Vikings. I think
Okay, I thought so.
I wonder what happened with that though, because he was interviewing for jobs.
But he never came down to like a last choice, and we still got a couple of openings.
The Steelers, I believe, so it says details emerge on why the Steelers passed on Brian Flores. Yeah, I think he's still going to remain with the Vikings as DC. He's a great defensive coordinator.
Man, he would make sense in Oakland.
Oof. Oh, man, he would. Is it
you have
just
a
'cause he's
quarterback-
a bald black guy and we're thinking of Antonio Pierce, though?
No.
Okay.
I'm
You're just
thinking
of, like,
a
stylistic.
quarterback that's mentally tough with Fernando Mendoza,
Yeah.
and I think that's not going to be a problem with Brian Flores being too mean to his quarterback like we got with Tua.
And I also am curious. I bet you that Brian Flores isn't even like the most strict or hard-ass coach out there. He is
Ooh,
one.
I got it.
But I wonder if, he was made out to be some kind of evil villain, but there's only one person. There's only one person.
Like, that's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's not a hard ass,
not
it's a
what-
soft ass quarterback, is what you're saying.
No, that's not
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yes. I mean, he's the one guy. When he gets questions about it, yeah.
No, I am not saying that about Tua.
If you've played sports before, you've played with players that could not handle constructive criticism.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, where are the other complaints? And that is not to verify or justify anything that Flores did, because I'm sure there were a lot of weird. I didn't like the way he was handling the quarterback position in the first place, with switching him and Fitzpatrick in and out. He never believed in Tua, whatever. There's a lot of issues Flores had in Miami. I am saying he's also still been coaching in Minnesota. He coached in Pittsburgh. He coached in New England before that. He coached in Miami before Tua. And I'm just asking the simple question as to where are the other complaints? That's it. That's it. And I'm not saying that Tua is – what's that?
What's that? Oh,
Like a tiger? Like he's fierce,
no,
ferocious? Okay,
a cat.
No.
And
Okay.
sometimes the word that you use when talking about a cat.
Okay. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Can we do a get around on the other side? Is that
You can do that.
Okay.
But first, I actually do want to ask your opinion, just your expert opinion on a good event going on this Saturday.
Talk to me. We're talking about Lil Weffy.
Mm-hmm.
Lil
Did you
Weffy.
make up that like nickname for this awesome equestrian event?
No, they call it a Weffy, yeah. Okay. But Weff is the actual – they probably wouldn't like me calling it Weffy. But it's Weff.
We're talking horses. We're talking culture. We're talking free.
Winter Equestrian Festival. Have you heard of it? I mean, if you listen to Theoretically Speaking, you sure have. And I hope you tap in this Saturday. Saturday Night Lights is the best way to introduce yourself, your family, your friends, everybody to a little WEF action. It is the world's premier equestrian event, and it's right in Wellington, Florida at Wellington International. We're talking about the best athletes in the world, the best horses in the world. The horses are athletes as well from all across the globe. 13 weeks of elite international equestrian competition, and general admission is free during the day from Thursday through Saturday and Sunday. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, though. High-energy show jumping under the lights. It's a vibrant atmosphere. You can dress casual, or you can dress up. You can get fancy, or you can be comfortable. Either way, you're going to enjoy a night that is perfect under the lights, world-class sports, shopping, dining, the whole nine. I mean, it's a picturesque event. Like, everybody else in America is, like, freezing their tail off. You could take a picture this weekend with a horse in the background, just, like, quick little selfie action, like, yo, what do people be saying? You should be here? Is that what they?
I think so.
You should be here? Yeah. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit wellingtoninternational.com. The Winter Equestrian Festival is the place to be. wellingtoninternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made. I wonder if the Cleveland Browns had like some kind of like a slogan like that, and then they had to just like silently like erase it. Like a lot of teams, Do you have like because like the SEC, it just means more. It does. If it starts meaning less down the line, do you think they have to give that up?
No. You keep that until the day you die.
Really?
Then again, all these companies eventually change. They hire a new marketing manager and they fire off a new campaign.
Yeah.
They simplify their logo into something everybody hates.
Let me see. Oh, the Panthers slogan, "Keep Pounding." I have for one been saying, and I understand where it comes from. It comes from a great place. It's a very spirited story. It is a sentimental story. Not here to make fun of the origin of it. I would offer for them to maybe change their slogan going forward because it sounds more like a directive to the other team, and that's pretty much what's been happening to them for the past 30 years.
Oh, getting pounded?
Yeah.
All right. I guess so. I just remember Steph Curry pounding the drum before the Super Bowl against the Broncos, and it rubbed me the wrong way because I was a supreme Steph Curry hater.
And you didn't like that because you didn't like Steph Curry. You didn't like
Yeah, I didn't like Steph Curry or the Steph Curry family.
But it just is weird because if you've been to Panthers game over the past 20 years, and y'all are like, keep pounding, and the other team does, at a certain point you got to feel like you're encouraging your own defeat. So
what if you're up 28-0 and now it's keep pounding and it's like, all right.
That's a strong what if when you're rooting for the Panthers. That's all I'm going to say. That was like 3 years of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. It's just, maybe come up with a new slogan. NFC South's been wide open, and you keep telling people what to do, and they're doing it. We don't get around to the other side.
We can do that.
That's C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Welcome into the Kaiser Sports Update. I'm Cade Chumsland. In this last week of January, Seahawks sports are still thriving. Both basketball teams picked up wins on the road at their rival St. Thomas on Saturday. The number 16 ranked men's team was led by Defensive Player of the Week, Cameron Baldwin, who secured a season-high 4 steals against the Bobcats. Both swimming and diving teams dominated NCAA Division II Barry University by a combined 214 points. On Monday, the baseball team teed off on McPherson College in the season opener. After getting into a hole down 4-0 after 2 innings, the Seahawks had their bats come alive. 15 hits later, including 3 home runs, one of them being a grand slam by junior Jake Olson. The Seahawks would go on a 16-run scoring run to win 16-4 in just 8 innings. For times and tickets on all of Kaiser University's athletic events, head to KUSeahawks.com.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Football's biggest game is here, so make sure the only heat is on the field. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in the postseason, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today and schedule your service now. Stay cool for the biggest game of the year.
I'm smiling, Catman. I'm smiling ear to ear. Is that what they say? Cheek to cheek? Why does nobody say ear to ear?
That's how they say it.
I thought they say cheek to cheek.
No. No one's ever said smiling cheek to cheek. If you're into that, maybe.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm smiling ear to ear because we did see that we got a nomination here. We're going to go over that in a second. But first, I want to tell you about Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, a nomination for the Carmi Awards, as we've been talking about all day. We learned a nomination was made. But I want you to step into pro-level orthopedic care. I want to nominate Baptist Health Orthopedic Care for the place to be, especially if you want to be treated like a pro. If you want to get back to the action that you're used to, the hobbies you're used to, the sports that you play in, the things you like to do with your kids, your wife, your family, maybe your favorite cousin. You can't do those things if you're aching, if you're sore, if you're in pain. Help them help you, deliver you from that. From weekend warriors to seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the advanced care that you deserve. So get back to doing what you love most and learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. All right. So last year at the Carmi Awards, which is our organization, nationwide awards, theoretically speaking, was honored as we were nominated for Show of the Year in our first year together, and we lost. Dang. But you know what? The pain from that loss did not feel as pointed. It didn't feel as tough because we endured that together as a show, as a family. Me, you, Tina, Dean, we lost Show of the Year.
Spin doctor over here.
We did.
Let's hear the rest.
But today I learned that I was nominated for Content Teammate of the Year in Good Karma Brands. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The show that won Show of the Year last year was The Really Big Show with Tony Rizzo.
Yeah, the top show in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes, top show in ESPN Cleveland. If you think Rizzo sounds familiar, yes, that is Tony Rizzo, pops of our guy, Mike Rizzo. They both super talented. Tony, the more talented of the two, because damn it, he's been doing it for 80,000 years and at a high level in Cleveland. So they always win Show of the Year, and we lost to them last year. This year, for Content Teammate of the Year nominees, I'm one of 7 people nominated, and 2 of them are from The Really Big Show, including Tony Rizzo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my ass kicked. I have a chance.
It's a funny way of saying last year our show was nominated. This year it's just Theo. So we had everyone else take a big step back while Theo held guard. And we can recognize him, but everybody else, no. No. We heard the stand-up set, C-Katt. You're not.
Wait a second. I didn't think of it that way. Now I see why you said I'm being a spin doctor.
Yeah. Because you're a nice guy.
I guess that's selfish of me to think of it that way.
Not really. the fact that you didn't think of it that way.
Okay. That is, again, it does look bad now.
Exactly. So, like, last year,
yes,
we were in the Super Bowl. This year, you're nominated for MVP.
I'm in the MVP race.
But we didn't make the playoffs.
But But you know what else? You know what else I thought about, though? The issue is, I think because you're thinking of it in a way of us having a chance at winning either one of them, and I'm thinking of it in a way as that we don't. I'm thinking I'm Brian Flores again. Not that I'm there just because of the whole Rooney Rule thing, but more so that we're just there because they had to fill up the nominees list.
Okay.
And they're just going to give it to Tony Rizzo.
Fair.
You're not beating Tony Rizzo at Good Karma Brands. This dude's a mainstay. He's an entity.
I guess so.
In a really big show. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. Get around time?
Let's do it.
Let's ride. This is the Get Around. We go from topic to topic, city to city, all across the nation, hitting on the best stuff in sports. Where do we start?
New York.
I take that back. I can beat Tony Rizzo. I don't want to sound like one of those people that, you know how those people are. We're going to win this Content of the Year award thing. I can do it.
We are going to the set of The Tonight Show because Kendall Jenner was on with Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
They're chopping it up. Well, C-Katt, why are you bringing that up? This is ESPN. That's a sports show. Well, Jimmy Fallon asked Kendall Jenner her Super Bowl prediction.
Oh, no.
And she didn't really feel equipped to give an answer, so she...
Can I phone a friend? I brought my phone if I can phone a friend.
Sure. You're going to ask me? You can phone a friend, sure.
I mean... okay.
Uh-oh.
I was going to give you my input, but guess it doesn't matter.
We can get yours after I talk to my friend.
Okay.
Theo, who do you think that she's phoning?
Kendall Jenner. This is one of the Jenners. This is one of the Kardashians.
She has like the big lip filler brand, I think.
Oh, this is the youngest one.
Yes.
This is the one that was dating Travis Scott.
I think so.
No, that's Kylie, right?
Still very famous.
Oh, damn it. Kendall's the frail one that's a model, I think. Okay, she's calling Drake May.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Who do you think that is?
That Tom Brady?
I'm good. What you up to?
Not much. I'm just here with Jimmy.
Hi, Tom.
And some friends.
That is. I know Tom Brady's voice.
How about that?
I was close. I went Patriots quarterback.
Yeah, so people are speculating Tom Brady's on the market right now. Him and Giselle have divorced.
How about it?
Kendall Jenner's 30 years old. Tom Brady's 48-year-old. Maybe the Patriot way means something different.
Well, you know what, though? That gap's not quite big enough. And to be honest with you, the issue is it'll be illegal if Tom Brady tried to have a Bill Belichick-sized gap in his relationship. So I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Belichick's going from 74 to 24. Like, you can't.
Good point.
It would be impossible.
Very strong point.
So, yes, the Patriot way might be to have the big age gap, but then also he got linked to, like, Alex Earl, too.
Yes.
He's good on Tom Brady, man. He's really
I'd say good for Alex Earl. You go from Braxton Berrios to the greatest of all time, and no shade to Braxton Berrios, but
Hey.
I mean,
it's a Canes legend right there, man. You have put some respect on Braxton Berrios' name. Before there was Malachi Tony.
we're going to go to Cleveland, Ohio, because it was Lakers-Cavs last night. Yes, LeBron made another return to Cleveland. When he was with Miami, those returns to Cleveland's weren't very happy occasions. It was more animosity occasions. This time, however, his son got in the game. Check on in, Bronny.
Bronny James with a steal. Crowd's going to love it. Look how happy the Laker fans are as they cut the deficit to 30.
Cavs win by a massive margin. LeBron teared up at the tribute that the Cavaliers put on for him pregame. What do you make of this?
It's not LeBron's last game in Cleveland. I know he's non-committal to it. It might be. You never know. He's going to have a going-away tour next year, and that's fine. I like it. He deserves it.
Okay.
I'm not playing the whole is LeBron retiring game with y'all this year. Not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I thought it was very nice. It was a very nice night.
And that's your get around.
It's also a perfect night if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers because you get the blowout win. Your fans get to celebrate and honor LeBron and his son. And it was just a good overall time. And also, like, if the game was close, I'm sure it would have been a worse experience for LeBron. But it being a blowout, it made it easier for him to settle with the loss. It's 1 of 82. You know?
Very true.
1 of 82.
Yeah, because, like, if LeBron hits, like, a buzzer beater against your Cavs, you kind of, like, want to cheer kind of for LeBron in that moment if you're a Cavaliers fan.
I think it's fine, too, because it's 1 of 82. It's not the playoffs. It is, but you're still going to be – the pop wouldn't be as loud.
When that ball's in the air, are you rooting for it to go in or out? If it's a LeBron James, down by 1, pull-up J.
I ain't going to lie. I would be rooting for it to go in. If I was as a Heat fan, if LeBron was playing his, like, let's say next year, LeBron's playing his last game at Kaseya Center and I'm in the building for it, and it's a regular season game, I'm rooting for him to make the game-winning shot because I'm going to have that story to tell for the rest of my life, and the Heat can bounce back from 1 lost game out of 82. The C-Katt, I'm Theo, over Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
What? The South Florida Fair is open? Why didn't you say so sooner? Countless attractions, vendors, mouth-watering food. There be something for everyone. See all the activities at southfloridafair.com or download the Fair app. Open now in West Palm Beach.
January 16th to February 1st.
C-Katt, you said you love the way you feel in that shirt. You also love the way you look in that hat you're rocking?
Yeah, man.
All right.
This hat is a Kaiser Seahawks hat.
What was that, by the way? Like, what was that? Yeah, man. What was
Yeah,
that?
man.
What's that?
Showing back in this club. His body's rocking from side to side. DJ's got us falling in love again. Usher. That was that. He starts the song by like, yeah, man.
That was an Usher, yeah, man. Yeah, man. He did say yeah, man, a lot.
Yeah, man. 27 national championships for the Kaiser Seahawks, and that success permeates over to their golf programs, both in NAIA play and for anyone who wants to take strokes off their game. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center is one of one. They've got the best facilities, tools, and coaching in the area, bar none. They have the outdoor driving range, the outdoor chipping and putting green, practice bunkers. If the weather isn't very good, you can go inside, work on their simulators, get video replay analysis. You get the analytics on what your golf ball is doing, what's right, what's wrong, compare it to the pros. KaiserGolfCenter.com. KaiserGolfCenter.com. I'm just telling you, but I'm leading by example. I've got my next lesson to pick up after the new year next week. Me and Coach Pete going to work on my game. I went from shooting a reliable 106. I shot 87 last week.
Hello.
KaiserGolfCenter.com. You will not regret making that choice to get lessons.
I got the. I'm ready, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I got some new tools. I got some new tricks up my sleeve. I'm ready, man, with that golf club. When I'm going to New Orleans in a couple of weeks on a little family trip. I got a cousin that golfs a lot, Nick. Nick said he wanted to carve out some time to golf with me. So, I've been taking it serious over the last couple of weeks. I'm ready, dog.
Nice. I'm excited.
I'm ready to get back in the game.
We got to have more show bonding. Like, I'm on the golf course too often.
Yeah.
And I've kind of made sure you do that. Like, I don't go to the basketball court and play pickup hoops at the Y like you do.
Nah. Well, I don't do that anymore. I'm trying to preserve my knees.
Oh, okay.
Jason says I'm the Allen of good karma and Rizzo's Mahomes.
He needs to clarify.
I know that is. He does need to clarify. Russo and Rizzo is next. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough